In this video, we're going to take a look at a few different topics in Care Manager, a few different tabs here. We're going to look at the episode detail tab. We're going to take a look at Hallmark events, and then we're going to end with documents, which is where we upload attachments into the chart. So I'm going to start at the top here with episode detail, and in one of my enrolled member charts, there's not a lot of information that you need to put into the episode detail tab, but it can be very helpful to get a sense of past patterns of engagement or lack of engagement for some of your members. So the bottom half of the screen here is where you can see the episode movements. So since this member has been enrolled, I can see how long he was in client search, and then when he enrolled in the program, if he's been in DSE or excluded setting, I can see his movement in and out of those, and his current status today of enrolled. So it's nice, just a nice snapshot of the history of the member's movement from one status to another. For whatever reason, Care Manager also put our advanced directives information in here. As you know, in our comprehensive assessment, we are asked to collect information on advanced directives. So once you have that information, you can just say whether or not the member has any advanced directives in place, and you can say yes, no, or that you didn't obtain a copy, which is fine. It's really more important that their medical provider has these advanced directives on file. So you don't really need to enter much information here. Again, it's just a nice snapshot of movements throughout the history of the case. Another area where you're not going to need to enter any information is the Hallmark events. So if you recall, when you first log into Care Manager on your face sheet, you'll see your Hallmark events for any members on your caseload. And then on your members face sheet, you'll see Hallmark events just for them. Those are the HCSCNY alerts that have come in. Once you dismiss those, they no longer show up on the face sheet. However, historically, they live in the Hallmark events tab. So there's no data entry needed on this tab. It is just a history of the Hallmark HCSCNY alerts that have come in, and they're stored here at the Hallmark event. It'll say whether it was an ED visit or a hospitalization. If you click on view here, it will give you a little bit more information on the event, not too much. It'll basically say the facility in which they were in, and then you would need to follow up, in HCSCNY, Healthy Connections, Epic Care Link, or whatever you use to get additional information on these events. But again, just another nice little history of what's occurred of the duration of the enrollment. Finally, I want to take a look at the attachments, and here you will be entering information. It's in the Documents tab in Care Manager. When you first open up this tab, you'll actually be taken to the Documents page. This is simply a history of information being shared with external parties. So we exchange information with HCSCNY, we exchange information with state systems. There'll just be a list of those exchanges as they occurred. There's nothing you need to know or do on this page here. You're going to be spending your time in the attachments up here. So when I click on the attachments, I can see I have a few things uploaded already. The naming for attachments is really very important because over time, this will get very, very long. You'll have pages and pages of them to scroll through. So being able to locate things based on how they've been saved and uploaded is going to be critical. When we get audited, state auditors will be looking for, 5055 here. If you don't have it labeled, they're not going to start looking in and out of every single document to see which one is the 5055. So we like to make their jobs easy on them and make sure we're putting all of this in here. For documents that are already uploaded, you can just click view and you'll be able to see the document. It will open up in another tab or in another window. And here I see I have my 5234 on file. If you upload a document to the wrong chart, you just simply press delete and it will be gone. If you delete it by accident, you will have to go through the process of re-uploading it. So let's walk through that process now of uploading a new attachment. Like all other functionality, I'm going to click plus new attachment. I'm going to get a window that comes up that prompts me to select the file that I want to upload. I scanned mine in and renamed it already to a name that makes sense because, sometimes they come out of your scanner with weird jargony names. So I saved mine here. It's an updated 5055. I saved it right on my desktop so I could access it easy to get it uploaded. Once I select the file, it will upload in here. And then I am going to update my description to be the DOH, 5055, and I'm going to put June 2023 because the 5055 is a living document, so you'll have many of those uploaded, and I'm going to attach it here. Simple as that. It is now uploaded. If I wanted to take a look at it, I can view it here. I can print it out if I need to, if I need a copy to bring to my next appointment. The other nice thing about labeling things clearly with your descriptions and your file names is you can search the attachments. Like I mentioned, these are going to get very long over time, so it's important that you label things clearly. If I want to pull up just my 5055s, I can put in 5055 here, and it will filter down to my attachments that have 5055 in the name somewhere. So very helpful. Again, over time, when you have a lot of documents in here, you're looking for something specifically, you can use that search function, but you can only use that function if you've clearly labeled your documents. On our resources page, under Care Manager, we have a Care Manager naming attachment. I highly encourage you to take a look at this. It is really just suggestions on how to label the documents you're uploading into Care Manager. We're not too picky or prescriptive with this, but again, we do think they should be somewhat descriptive of what is in the upload. Some agencies choose to put things like the member's initial or their chart number in there. That is up to you and your personal preference, but how you're labeling the file should be descriptive, again, of what is in there so that it is easy to locate for you and for others to locate it as well.